Hello there, Pisces, and welcome to your February 2025 horoscope. First of all, for those of you who aren't familiar with these horoscopes, you're generally going to find them most accurate when you watch them in relation to your ascendant, first and foremost. Moon sign is secondary to that. And of course, please feel free to also watch them for your sun sign. It's just the ascendant and the moon sign are going to be more accurate. If you don't know where those are for you, I do have a free chart calculator just above. And for all of you Pisces sun signs who have your birthdays in February, or even if it's in March, it's okay. I won't tell anybody. You get a $20 discount off of my astrological services. You can schedule one of those using the code Pisces in all uppercase letters at the link that you see above. So, what's it going to be? The easy way or the hard way? The hard way is going to be very, very, very hard. And the easy way, well, that's going to be hard too. But it might become a lot easier if you accept that the easy way is going to be hard and the hard way is going to be hard. Because let's face it, with what you're facing in front of you in the month of February. Life is not a giant marshmallow floating in a cup of hot chocolate. As a matter of fact, it might be filled with a marshmallow or two, and sometimes those don't really seem as sweet, but they're important to digest nonetheless. So let's get down to what we're talking about. And I'm not trying to spook you, but sometimes we make choices. And sometimes the best and most important choices in our life come at a cost because it's going to cause us to question. It's going to cause us to look at how we really feel about those particular choices. And we start off the month of February for you, Pisces, with a Venus Neptune conjunction right in your sign. And in addition to that, we're going to have the North Node, which we call in Vedic astrology Rahu, transiting over Venus as well in transit in the sky, and then also transiting over your ruler Neptune. This is a really powerful and profound time. And to add to that, over the next year and a half, Rahu, the North Node, is going to be in your first sign. So what's all the astrobabble boiled down to for you? This is a time for you to forge your own independent path. But the fact of the matter is, in going forward, you're not really too clear of the details, right? You just know that this is a direction that you need to go in. You're kind of hazy about how to work it all out. Part of you going in this direction means you leaving a key relationship behind in your life. That can be a friend, it can be a more intimate partnership, can be a business partnership too. It can be any of those, right? But you're leaving a relationship behind and you're beginning to forge your own independent direction. Along the path, as we have the North Node, Rahu, in a section of the sky called Uttara Bhadrapada. Uttara Bhadrapada is quite renowned for bringing to the surface those things that we might not have seen previously, or in addition to that, causing us to face our own insecurities or those things about ourselves that we might not want to look at. And if you put all of those into one nice, neat little package, you're likely going to find that going forward, you're facing some uncertainties that you didn't quite expect when you initially set off down this road. But if you are true to point, in other words, true to what you originally started off with, if you go, you know what? I know that I have to leave this connection. I know I need my own independence. Towards the beginning of the month, Mercury forms a harmonious alignment with your co-ruler Jupiter. And in that particular period of time, some progress is going to be made for you in a forward direction. but it's followed by an alignment with the North Node going over Neptune, which then again reveals another layer to you of those things that you perhaps didn't plan for. So you're likely going to be sorting through layer upon layer of those things that you didn't plan for. Does that mean you should, take your plans and go, okay, let's not do that altogether? No. Does that mean you might need to delay a thing here or there? Well, it might mean so. It all boils down to whether you feel that you can afford the price, and some of that might be monetarily as well, of you making this independent decision with your life. Some of you may have children that are involved in this particular scenario. They're going to have their own set of feelings about the ideas that you're making during this particular period in time. It doesn't mean that going in the direction that you want to go is wrong. It means they're going to have feelings about it. And what you need to do is to give them the space to voice those specific concerns, sorry, to you, so that you're able to give them an ear so that they feel heard, so that they feel secure in the decisions that you're going to be making. They may have a word of wisdom or two to offer you because, as the old saying goes, out of the mouths of babes sometimes comes the greatest level of wisdom. So listen to that. If you don't have children, this may mean you accepting responsibility for this new direction that you're going in. It may mean connecting with that own inner peace, inner child within yourself that just wants everything to all be as nice as inner child birthday cake, and having to kind of say to it, well, it may not be that easy, but we're going to go in this particular direction anyway. You can't plan for the unexpected. And we have a couple of alignments with Uranus during February, which can bring an unknown factor or two to the surface. This is happening so that you purify your plan, so that you come up with something that makes sense. Because, as I said at the beginning, life is not a giant marshmallow. Sometimes we have to deal with more of the difficult side of things. So you're beginning to recognize in February that the path that you planned, it may not be as simple as you think, but you need to be resolute in your choices. You need to not hold back. You need to be creative in your planning. You need to accept responsibility for the direction that you want to take things. You need to have confidence in yourself in going in that particular direction. You may find other people opposing you on a certain level. Don't get too defensive about that. Recognize that you know what is right for yourself. Be convinced of that within yourself. If there's any doubt, look that doubt in the eye, but also look your own repressed desires in the eye and go, okay, well, if I go with that doubt, are these repressed desires going to get what they need? Because at this particular point, there's no hiding over the course of the next year or so. You're going to be in a position where you're needing to establish a new path ahead that's based on your ideas, your ideals, your visions. You're the person who's putting the touch of the paintbrush to the canvas and painting a masterpiece. So don't hold back altogether. Maybe take a look at the colors you want to use. Maybe take a look at the initial decisions that you had made in terms of how you wanted to put things together. And with that typical go with the flow Pisceanism, mix a dose of practicality with a strong dose of creative abandon. You need to go in this direction. Don't hold yourself back. These are fears that are coming to the surface for you. Confront those fears, accept responsibility for your decisions. As I was saying before, if you have children involved, listen to their concerns. You may hear a word of wisdom from them as well. and then re-strategize, replan, and put the best foot forward. And if you could use a little bit of help with that particular process, again, you get a discount this month on an astrological consultation of $20 off on any of my astrological services using the code Pisces in all uppercase letters at the link that you'll see above. That's going to do it for this look at your February 2025 horoscope for you, Pisces. Until next month, please do take the very best care of yourself. Bye now.